I was asking somebody today, tell me one good thing that is going on. Tell me one aspect about our society, one aspect about the government, one anything that is going well. I'm asking you. Name one thing. Quickly, come forward. Respond. Name one thing that is going well. Tell me. Name one thing that is going well. I want to hear it. Name one part about our society, about our group, about our country. Tell me one thing where you say, you know what, this is a lot better now than it was before. The only thing I could even remotely say, as to anything that might be going well is our music. That right now, the ability to hear great music on, different platforms is wonderful, but that's it. Tell me something. One part is that have you noticed how everybody in football is having these career destroying injuries? What's that about? What is happening? There's Lizzie Solak. There you go. Yep. This is actually a reptile. It's maroon and black, but that's okay. Thank you for your sartorial comments. What is it? Edie's with us. Silver Fox joins us. Mark Bacchus. The whole crowd. Enright's here. Howie Brown and his band of renown. F-35 was commandeered by the Klingon Empire. Thank you. Dick Bork is here, by the way. Big Dick Borks, however. What is it? Tell me one thing. The answer is nothing. As the title of this is, you have simply no idea how corrupt and horrid things are right now. You have no idea how corrupt and broken humanity is. It's broken. It's like nothing anybody has ever seen. I just want you to understand this. I want you to understand it so you don't feel bad about this. It's broken. And no matter where you look, no matter where you go, it is so. What they're doing right now, just with kids in schools alone, unbelievable. No one is in charge. Listen to me. No one. Please tell me how we want to crucify Russell Brand. Tara Reid gets, look at the man. Thank you, my man. Thank you, the man. Is that right? The man. Thank you. Excellent. I think that's what it says. I hope my reading is right. That is very, very kind of you. What happened? Here's one for you that you may not have picked up. You might have picked it up as well. The New York Times, for the first time, actually broke down a story with the most incredible precision ever, showing that Ukraine actually shot this missile into the Donbass area, killing 15 people and injuring countless others. They did it. They broke this story down. You could see the missile flying over the reflections of cars, basically telling people that Zelensky's full of beans and that none of this happened and that they did this. Why wait. Why is the New York Times doing this? What is the New York Times? What are they doing? Do you understand what's happening here? Why does I'm asking you, why does the New York Times care at all about anything they were doing? Why? Stevie Watson says it's in free fall. You better believe it. All jokes aside, who the hell's joking? America and Europe are in a bad place. We've led to a catastrophe. Oh, this is incredible. Look at this city, what name of it, in Lusa in Italy. There are more immigrants than there are people there. There are more immigrants than people there. Does this make any sense to you? There are more immigrants. Does this make any sense? Anything remotely? Does this make any sense to you whatsoever? Anything? There are more, listen to what I'm saying. There are more immigrants, illegals, than people. We have right now going on the United Nations General Assembly. You have no idea the horror. the collapse is coming. That's the plan. This is amazing. This is amazing. Don't you love when people get feigned upset? Don't you love when people get upset? I love it. It means they're alive. The United Nations General Assembly, if you take 42nd Street and you go all the way to the East River, there it is. You can't miss it. Property left by the Rockefellers. And every year it is the worst thing you have ever seen in your life. People from all over the world plow in. There's you don't go on the east side. You just don't go. There are cars. One year I never forget, the car drove by with the windows down, guys with, I guess, automatic weapons. I don't know who they were. Here's one. A friend of mine was at a top end, Bergdorf, something like that. A woman came looking foreign, speaking English better than most people in this country, with some guys with her. She bought all this stuff. They went into the back. Either he was there or her, or I don't remember the exact context of the story. Then the guy in the back has the suitcase, the briefcase. He goes in the back. It's not just a suitcase, it was big. He goes in the back. He had a counter, an actual money counter. I mean, they were, I thought, why don't they count? It made no sense to me. Why don't you count the money beforehand? But anyway, they wanted to show them, or I don't know what the purpose was. But the point is, they could hear they had this portable thing with them. And they were just running cash into it. They go, here you go. So that's interesting. Here's a story for you. We knew a woman who was in the beauty manicure business and the like. She said some of the nicest people that she ever met, some of the nicest people ever, were from the Gaddafi family. Nicest, greatest, the whole entourage. Remember one year he wanted to go outside, and he's a Bedouin or whatever. He wanted to go out. I think it was Westchester. They had this. He slept outside under a tent, or I don't know what they did. It's over with. It's over with. This is incredible. This is incredible. It is. Now, we are all saying it's the end. It's the end. I don't know if it's the end, because I don't know if things wanted to end. Let me explain something to you. And I hope somebody doesn't get upset. Don't tell me you're going to explain it to me, because I'm smart. Okay, fine. I'm smart. Thank you, Fredo. Smokey Berry says, only you can prevent brain farts. Absolutely. Thank you. You were correct about that. A virus doesn't want the host to die. The virus doesn't want the host. The virus doesn't want to kill the host. The virus. So here is the thing. When will you know right now? I did 2 pieces today. 2 videos. One, is it free speech? And is America free? Is the U.S. still a free country? And the second was, what happened to free speech? So the first question I ask you is America still a free country? Let me ask you this. What do you think about that? If I were to say, is this a free country? Is America a free country? Let me ask you, what do you think? What do you think? And why do you think about this? Let me bring you up to speed. First, I normally do this a little bit earlier, but I haven't. I want to thank you for being a part of this every single night and joining us in the morning, at night, following us, being a part of our family, liking the video, subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to us. We thank you. And I also want you to know one thing too, my friends. And this is important. One of these days, I think I told you this and you know this, there is going to be something that goes on where, for reasons I do not understand, stores will be closed and there won't be food. And you've heard me say it and you know it's true. And you're going to say, thank God I went to preparewithlionel.com. Thank God that we have this. He was right. I didn't want to believe it. It was too scary to be heard. But thank God I did this. Thank God. Because right now, if you're new into this, if you say, well, let me check this out, how about a little starter? Because basically you want to make sure your stock is always replenished. For $200, you can save. You can save other $200 off a 3-month emergency food kit. 25-year shelf life. 21 varieties, breakfast, lunch, dinners, snacks, you name it. Like nothing else. A 3-month emergency food kit. There you go, right there, right for your edification and perusal, and you review in the event of catastrophic. I'm telling you, preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com. Join the thousands and thousands of Americans who know exactly what to do. And I'm sorry to say we have to do this, but it's true. I thank you for that. Now, what is happening with children? I can't believe it. How America, I was mentioning before, UN. When you mention the UN to people, they kind of don't get it. And what I was saying before about the New York Times, do they know something is changing? Do they know the world is changing their tune regarding Zelensky? See, the problem is we don't know. We don't know. We don't know how to fit in this. We don't know. Why is the UN could have just forgotten it? Why are they going out of their way to basically tell everybody how Zelensky's lying? And not only that, this whole thing is they could have just forgotten it. Nobody would have said anything to them. Nobody would have said anything. Isn't that amazing to you? Doesn't that get you? Now, is America free? What does that mean? What does that mean you're free? Well, what is it that you think you would ever want to do that the government would make you not do? What? Well, it's great to be in the free country. Free? What do you do that's free? Is there free speech? No. No. There's free speech if you don't want to say anything that gets anybody upset. There's no free speech. None. The free speech has gone from the government to social media to every place else. This is the thing I don't understand. And like I said before, you don't have to like people. You don't have to like Russell Brand or whoever. But my God, it started before. It was pretty bad with what we thought was PC, politically correct stuff. Yeah, that was bad. But this, oh my God. But here we are doing this. And, I got to tell you something. You get to a point, if you're like me, you just say, you know what? I hope that this is terrible. This is just horrible. I hope some big shot has to step over human waste by some wretch with a needle sticking out of his throat. Of course, they've been all cleared out. You know that they went through and they cleared those folks out. You're not going to see those. And let me also tell you that as far as what we see, as far as what you think New York is nowhere near LA, nowhere near San Francisco, certainly nowhere near Kensington, nowhere near this. Oh, we've got some loons. Don't get me wrong. They got some bad people. No doubt about it. There's 8 million people here. 8 million. Still nothing compared to Mexico City. But the real hellhole isn't in New York. Portland, other places where they're worse because they're not able to handle it. You see, there's a lot that we're able to handle that we're used to because we're tough. I know that sounds weird, but New York is very, very tough. We're able to handle stuff. Part of our way of thinking is kind of like laughing at this in a weird way. New York's always been tough. Always. We've always joked about it. And so, but if you're in Lansing, Michigan, What my friend in Minneapolis said. In fact, when some of the Somalis were, not all, some, Elon Omar country, it's wild. You're just seeing a complete asshole. Now, here's the best part. They announced to a lot of these newcomers, announced to a lot of these newcomers something to the effect of, you've got what, 10 days, 20 days, whatever, to get the hell out. Because a lot of these are men only. What was it? How long can they told them you had to, huh? 30 days. They told a lot of these newcomers, single men, 30 days to get out. Go where? That's your problem. 30 days. First of all, I don't believe it. But here's what I want to know. If I could go someplace, if I could say, I'm at the headquarters of the shadow government, I'm at the headquarters of the folks who are involved in this, and they're going to tell me, what was your plan? Now, basically, the plan was, at least initiated or suggested by some people, the replacement theory, like Tucker and others said, which of course was a racist conspiracy theory. The idea was that these people were coming in and they were going to change and make a permanent Democratic Party. That was the idea. A permanent Democratic Party. You were going to take these people that were going to come in, be laser scanned, iris scanned. We know who you are. Okay, you're registered. Go over there. We're going to come get you. We'll come get you and move you. You come here. We'll process you. At the same time, there was talk initially of changing voter dynamics and changing the various population centers for purposes of census and new voting districts and gerrymandering and all this other kind of stuff. They said, okay, we might say we might need a group of these folks to move over here. Look at this. Wooden Banjo Boy says, is it true they indicted Hunter so he can't be subpoenaed to testify against Dad in impeachment trial? No. But that's pretty good, though. Why would that in any way? I'm asking you a very question. By the way, thank you for that. That wouldn't in any way stop anything because the impeachment trial is not a criminal trial. It's a political trial. You do whatever you want. He can claim some Fifth Amendment stuff. He himself can do it. He can say, well, I can't justify. Oh, well, yeah, you can. Now, first of all, do you want him? Do you really need? I mean, this for a case that's not going to end up in a conviction. Listen, you're already seeing right now that people are talking about Biden not making it, stepping down. And also you're talking more and more about Gavin. And you're also going to talk more and more about Bobby Kennedy going third party, which is my dream. So thank you for that. But going back to what I said, they thought at first, okay, this makes sense. We got these people. They come in, they swear permanent fealty to the Democratic Party. We have a permanent Democratic state, which eventually will lead them to go to get rid of, I guess they don't have the firepower now, but to get rid of the filibuster, to pack the Supreme Court, maybe add DC. They have a lot of lofty ideas. So add DC as a state. And I mean, I don't know if DC would ever want to be a state versus, because really, if you think about it, DC is one thing, but it's really Maryland and Virginia. Anyway, but that's what we thought. Well, now we're seeing, no, I don't think anybody knows who these people are. I don't think they know who they are, whether they've been vaccinated, what they're there for, what they're good for, what they said. I don't think anybody knows anything. I think they're just, you're on your own. Why? To cause complete and total chaos. To cause chaos. But by the way, it's not just here. Look around the rest of the world. The African Italy's going crazy. And believe it or not, do you know who some of the people who were involved in this anti-immigrant movement? The mafia, the Camorra, Ndrangheta. By the way, if you want to see a good Camorra movie, check out the new Equalizer with Denzel. It's not bad. There's one shot that's so interesting, which I loved. I'm not going to describe it because it's too nasty, but it's good. Very clever. So we don't know. So there's just complete and total chaos. Complete and total chaos. And by the way, anything they do in public is a waste of time because the real stuff is hidden. So why are they here? Why are they here? What's the purpose of this? One of these days, we've always predicted and always suspected and always worried that somehow the United States would cede its authority and jurisdiction to the UN and others, so that they would, for example, say the following: there is a worldwide crisis involving guns, and the source of this, much like fentanyl, is the United States. And we are going to be acting as an international tribunal, and the United States has allowed us entree to help, to assist in dealing with this. Silver Fox says, saw Equalizer 3 earlier today. Great movie, wasn't it? But the shot through the head, that was my favorite at the beginning. That was my favorite. That was very good. That was good. By the way, little Fox, go back and read the storyline of the Equalizer story. McCall, where he's from, who he's from. He worked at remember when he worked at the Home Depot? And fascinating. But thank you, sir. So we're just sitting back and we're just saying, what's going on here? What is happening? And I want you to spend some time watching, I don't know, watch, if you will, that crazy world called Fox News. Watch them. See what they say. See if anybody ever even remotely discusses what we're talking about. See if anybody even remotely discusses what we talk about. Listen to what they're saying and ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question. This is the most important thing in the world. How is it that these folks on whatever, Fox News, never seem to understand specifically what is happening regarding this world of globalist agenda? Why are they doing that? Why do you think that's so? Why? What's the purpose behind it? Is anybody doing that? Do you think that maybe Steve Doocy and other people? That morning show was so weak. It is so weak. I had to watch the other day because somebody said so-and-so is coming up. I said, okay, let me see this. I haven't been watching in a while. Sat down, could not believe what I was even watching. It was kindergarten. It was romper room for the news. Extremely devoid of anything even remotely deep. But I digress. As I say. But nobody's ever said, excuse me, do you folks have any? I mean, wouldn't you love? Wouldn't you love to sit on that couch and say, what's your beef with Trump? What's your beef? Is it the what? Is it the Dominion suit? Is it the what? What did they tell you? What would Roger Ailes think? You should be ashamed of yourself. What are you doing? You're so lightweight. You report about stuff, but you don't really go into it. See where Fauci made $11 million last year? 11, huh? Well, his wife made, excuse me. Well, he probably made 50. Yeah, right. This is Elson. He probably made 50 million. This is the way they do it. Maxine Waters. Oh, I didn't make the money. My husband did, or whatever. Oh, no. Nancy Pelosi. Oh, I don't make the money. My genius. No, he made the money. Come on. Stop it. Does anybody ever talk about this? Do any of those people ever even remotely care about this thing called reality, for lack of a better word? By the way, there's a brand new newsletter that went out today. I don't know if you got yours, but I suggest you sign up for it, because I put together in these kind of like bullet points, which Doesn't take a lot of reading, but it's very, very interesting, very, very good for people to read accordingly. And please, I ask you to sign up for it. Tomorrow we'll go out again. The unopened set. We do a 2-volume set. It's very, very good. I'll let you think about things. It's kind of like a smattering of like what's going on, ways to look at the world, questions I'll ask you. It's very good. It's very good. And it's free. So sign up for it. Do you need our mailing address? No, you just sign up right there. John McGuire couldn't get hired. You just go right there, my friend. You just go right there to that link, click, and you put your name and your email. I'm never going to sell you. You're not going to get weird cruise. Believe me, there's one thing you will not get from me: cruise advertising. Okay, you're not going to get it. We're also planning some new venues. We have to. This is the weirdest thing too. We always have to find places. We want to go out and meet you. You know that, right? They're now called fan meetups. Have you heard this? I've been doing fan meetups for years. But now they're saying, you watch this, we're going to fan meetup. And we have to find a place that is amenable to our crowd. It's the weirdest thing. For your safety, our safety, everybody, because there is still such an, it's a little bit better now, but there is such an anti-Trump contingent. And by the way, I'm not pro-Trump. I'm pro getting these people out of here. So whatever that iteration of such, whatever that means to you, let me know. So we would love one day to just be someplace and just sit around and just talk. What we normally do, which is the most fun, people write questions and I say, what do you think about this? What's your take? Because the reason why, this is the most important, the reason why is because you're the most loyal and the most astute. You see, there's no version of you on the CNN crowd. None. California orders bottled water. You see that one just popped up there? Everything's falling apart. They're worried about the climate, but not the water. Let me go explain this. There's this thing that we are. I mentioned before the notion of, and this is important. I mentioned this thing involving, emergency food. And what's interesting about that is that people don't really kind of sort of get is that if you ask most people who are not, and they call you conspiracy theorists, they call you crazy because you're, because you think about things like, I don't know, the Second Amendment, protection. That's crazy. I guess in some people's mind, you're a lunatic. So you're a unique person because you see the world differently. Now, some of us, you must admit, some of us, not all of us, but some of us some are pretty, but that's okay. I'd rather talk somebody down than talk somebody up, if that makes any sense to you. But you're a unique person. And I believe that you're the people, there is not one of you, I think, that I would not want to not live next to. You'd keep your eyes open. I wouldn't have to worry about you. You're the type that would say, I'll keep an eye on your place. Or I could tell you, I'm going out of town, and you say, okay, I'll watch it. That's the way you are. You have a real sense of kind of commitment and family and resources and country and jurisdiction and keeping an eye on things. I'm not blowing smoke up here. I mean, it's true. You got to ask yourself, who are we? What are we really about? I mean, some of you have very, very strong ideas. Some of you, I'm a realist, and my realism is the easiest thing in the world to be. I look at the way things are, not the way how things should be. Sometimes maybe I can change things, but very few things I can change. So I work around how things are. For example, I wish people didn't do terrible things, but they do. So what do? Wish for people to do good things? No. What I'm doing is I make sure that I prepare accordingly. And that means more police and more jails and to scare the hell out of these people. That's it. That's realism. That has nothing to do with liberal, conservative. It's realism. It's like cancer. It's like being an oncologist. I'm a societal oncologist. I look where the cancer grows. I want to get rid of it. I want to prevent it first and foremost. But if I can't, I stop it. And I have to use drastic, but to surgically remove it, chemo, radiation. And believe it or not, what we do here is almost similar to chemo and radiation because it changes people's way of thinking. Trump is that person who's also that brash, really over the top chemo and radiation. He is. He does stuff that's just, you think to yourself, my God, but he's exactly what this country needs. Exactly. We need a shock. We need to be thrown into an ice water bath. We need to be like shock treatment. It's like ECT. We need to be zapped out of it. I mean, zapped out of things. I mean it. It's this country needs remember, listen to this. The number is, hang on. The number is 972. What's that? Those are the days since Biden was inaugurated. 972 days. 972 days. Isn't that something? 900, that's it. 972 days. And in 972 days, look what happened to this country. Have you ever seen anything like it? Did you ever think this is even possible? Did you ever think this is nuts? Did you ever think it was possible? 972 days. Look what everything from Black Lives Matter, the yellow signs in the street, and George Floyd. I don't know if that was before. Was that before the inauguration? Yeah. Oh, okay. Right around that time. I don't even know. Let's just pick it up from there. Everything was nuts. If I told you drag performers in public schools, you'd say, what are you talking about? Books about buggery for children. What? Oh, yeah. You're going to see like a John Waters dystopian nightmare in the military. What? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Kids changing their genders, theoretically. Pronouns. Notice how nobody cares about pronouns anymore? Notice that? Nobody cares. Remember the emails? My pronouns are it and her, and they and thou and these. Remember that? Nobody does that anymore. Remember the pronouns? Okay, for kids, pronoun. I love this. What is your pronoun? It's the most incredible thing in the world. Still the most incredible thing in the world. It's the most incredible thing in the world. You understand what I'm saying? It's the most incredible thing in the world. It's the most incredible thing in the world. It's the most incredible thing in the world. It is the most incredible thing in the world. I don't even know how to even say this anymore. And it's going to get worse. And here's the thing. And listen to what I'm saying. If Joe Biden gets the impression that all hell's going to, if Joe Biden believes that all hell's going to break loose, that he's going to be on his way out, not that he wants to do this, but they might say, Joe, sign this. Take the auto pen. Sign this, sign this, sign this, sign this, sign everything. Sign everything, Joe. You got it? Sign everything. Okay. You got it? You got it. You got it, Joe? I got it. Because you're on your way out. Okay, fine. Sign this and this and this. Kamala, see you later. Thank you. What do I get? Nothing. Get out of here. You caused us enough problem with your word salad. Get out. But Joe, do this. You going to help me with Hunter? Maybe, maybe not. Not sure. Hunter's never going to spend a day in jail, so don't even worry about that. Just don't worry about that. Hunter, I told you, he's suing the IRS. Hunter has to go on a mountain and live in a monastic world by himself, retreat from the rest of the world, retreat totally from the rest of the world, and just say, I can't come out, pull a Fetterman, I'm going to walk around. Because the Senate is the most expensive nursing home anybody's ever seen. You got Feinstein, you got Mitch McConnell, you got Fetterman, you got all these people slogging around. Same thing for Hunter. I'm sick, I'm demented, I'm out of my mind, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, fine. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what happens next. And he goes off. And you never see him again. That's it. And he'll be gone. Better gone. Forget it. Maureen Devine is going to go crazy because she thought she'd get the Pulitzer with her laptop from hell. Nobody cares about that. You still don't know what the hell's on the laptop. Still don't know. Why don't we see it? What's doesn't matter. Get ready. I'm scared. And when they give him the final word, now they might here's the best news. Here's some good news. So that Gavin doesn't inherit a complete maelstrom of horror. Maybe they might say, okay, let's go to back it up. That's why this New York Times story is so fascinating. Why all of a sudden is the New York Times actually saying that Zelensky lied? I don't understand it, but I don't know. I do not know. That is still unbelievable. Okay. So one more time, here it is. This is the newsletter. Sign up. We're going to send tomorrow one out about 3:00. The one from today, and you'll love these. Very unobtrusive. Nice little email. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. You will love it. Absolutely love it. One more thing. Yes. This is Mrs. L's YouTube channel. And this is what I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go and you click right on here. It's perfectly. You just click on this link and it will immediately send you to the subscribe page. You don't have to do anything. Just click this and just click one more and that's it. You got it? That's it. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay, dear friends, you wonderful, marvelous people. Silver Fox, Wooden Banjo Boy, Smokey Bear, the man, thank you. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your perspicacity. Thank you for everything. You are incredible. Don't forget our friends. One more thing I always forget about. This other brave and great and wonderful, wonderful American. You know who he is. Your friend of mine, Mr. Lindell. MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. MyPillow.com. Look and just spend a moment checking out the virtual endless amount, the litany, the arrangement, this cornucopia of items to help you and ensure that you luxuriate in the manner of which you are accustomed to. And don't forget, MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel, get a free gift. And this, of course, my friends, preparewithlionel.com. Go right now, get $200 off a 3-month emergency food kit. My Patriot Supply, this is the Premier. This is the Aston Martin, the Bugatti, the Lamborghini, the whatever, the Rolls, the Bentley. They are simply the best. All right, dear friends, have a great and a glorious and a wonderful day. Again, thank you for everything. You are wonderful. I'm glad to know you. I'm glad to call you my friend. Have a great day. See you tomorrow, 8 a.m. And don't forget the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you.